Today, we're exploring the incredible prophecies from Imam Ali. And what's fascinating is that his vision of the end times, it doesn't start with some huge explosion or fire from the sky. Nope, it begins with the quiet decay of the world from the inside out, and it all culminates in a single cry that literally shakes the heavens. So let's start with this powerful invitation from Imam Ali himself. Ask me before you lose me. I mean, think about that. It's this urgent call to grab this knowledge while you still can, and it perfectly sets the stage for everything that's about to unfold. Okay, so here's how we're going to break this down. We'll start with how the world begins to unravel, then look at this figure called the one-eyed deceiver. After that, we'll get into something called the great sifting, see the signs that appear in the heavens, and finally, hear about the final cry. All right, first up, a world unraveling. You might think prophecies about the end times would kick off with dragons or asteroids, right? But Imam Ali's prophecies, they start much closer to home. They start with the decay of society itself, a world that's basically lost its way, its moral compass just spinning. And the very first sign he points to, it's not an earthquake. It's a kind of spiritual emptiness. It's the moment when prayer itself dies. Think about that. That fundamental connection, that pillar of faith, just collapses. It's like the first domino in a long, long line that's about to fall. And once that spiritual connection is gone, well, the social one is next. Trust is abandoned. The stuff that holds a community together, the bonds between people, it all just starts to fray and snap. Then things get even murkier. The line between what's true and what's a lie just blurs. Lying isn't just something that happens. It becomes permissible. It's seen as a tool, a new kind of currency in a world that's completely lost its bearings. And of course, money gets involved. Economic injustice just runs rampant. The ancient warnings against usury, totally ignored. It's practiced openly for everyone to see. And this corruption, it just seeps into everything. You've got bribes, people building these huge buildings just for status, religion being sold for worldly gain, family ties severed. Life becomes cheap. And check this out. Mosques might be ornately decorated, but the hearts of the people inside are just empty, divided. And who's in charge? The most despicable people in society. It is a truly chilling picture, isn't it? A world that looks fine on the outside, but is just rotting from the core. So you've got this world that's just a mess, right? A total moral vacuum. And it's from that fertile ground of decay that a truly singular figure emerges, a master of lies and deception, the Dajjal. So naturally, people asked, "O Commander of the Faithful, who is the Dajjal?" And the answer Imam Ali gives is so specific, it's chilling. This isn't some vague, shadowy force of evil. No. This is a person, a man with a name, a hometown, a physical description. His name, Sayyid bin al-Sayyid. We're told he's from Isfahan, a village called Al-Yahudiya. His appearance is unforgettable. His right eye is wiped away, and the other, on his forehead, shines like a star. But here's the kicker. His deception is literally written on his face. The word Kafir, disbeliever, is written right there between his eyes. And it's a sign that everyone, whether they can read or not, will be able to see. And his power, it seems almost cosmic. He wades through seas, the sun travels with him, he's got a mountain of smoke in front of him and what looks like a mountain of food behind him. He rides this grayish donkey that covers a mile in a single step. It's like the laws of nature just bend for him. He creates these grand illusions of providing for people, especially during a time of great famine. But it's all a mirage, you see. A massive test of faith. But his final act, his ultimate blasphemy, is a global announcement. He's going to call out with a voice that everyone on earth can hear, from east to west, and he's going to claim that he is God. I am your Most High Lord, demanding everyone's worship. But here's the thing about this prophecy. His reign of terror has a clear end date. It's just as specific about his defeat as it is about his rise. We're told exactly where he'll be killed in Sham, at the incline of Afiq, and who will be there to see it through. Okay, so with all this chaos happening on the outside, a different kind of trial begins, on the inside. In this next part, the great sifting is really the emotional heart of the whole prophecy. It's not about punishment. It's about purification. To explain what's going to happen to the community of believers, Imam Ali uses this incredibly simple but powerful parable. Imagine this. A man stores his perfectly clean grain in a house, but when he comes back, it's infested with weevils. So what does he do? He takes it all out, he sifts it, he purifies it, cleans it, and puts it back. But then it happens again and again. He repeats this process over and over until all that's left is this small, pure bundle of grain that the weevils just can't touch. And then he says, and likewise you. That's the key. The trials, the tribulations, they're not random punishments. They're a divine filter. The whole point is to sift and purify the community until all that's left is this core group, a band of people so resilient, so pure, that nothing can harm them anymore. And this sifting process, it leads to this absolutely radical transformation, a complete flip of the social order. He says your lowest will become your highest, and your highest will become your lowest. It's a total spiritual and social reset. Everything gets turned upside down. So we've had the internal trials, the earthly chaos. Now the signs move to the heavens. And we're talking about unmistakable cosmic events. Things that nobody can ignore or try to explain away with science. The prophecy lays out a whole sequence of these incredible celestial events. First, in the month of Rajab, 3 distinct voices are heard from the sky. Then, the moon is eclipsed in a way that's, well, unusual. Then the sun rises from the west. And finally, a palm, just a palm, without a wrist, appears and starts writing a message in the air. Each sign is more profound than the last, signaling that the very laws of the universe are shifting. And what does that hand write in the sky for everyone to see? Simple. The true promise has approached. It's this divine confirmation that all the waiting, all the trials, all the sifting, it's almost over. And that brings us to the end. The whole sequence of events builds up to one final, definitive sound, a sound that will shake the entire world and bring the great trial to an end, once and for all. It's a great cry. The archangel Gabriel will let out this massive cry over the land of Al-Bayda. And this is so much more than just a sound. It is a direct act of divine intervention. The earth itself will literally split open and swallow the army of the Sufyani, the enemy force. And just like that, the conflict is over. The long, long wait is finally done. So you see, Imam Ali's prophecies, they give us this incredibly detailed map. It's not just about an ending, it's about a complete transformation. We go from moral decay through these immense trials all the way to cosmic wonders. It's the story of the end of an era, for sure, but it leaves us with this one final massive question. When the wait is over, what begins? And that's our explainer for today.